This show contains coarse language and mature themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Damn it. How does this thing work? I don't understand why calling on the phone is suddenly a problem with this lady. Okay, here we go. All right. The time is... Oh, what time is it? Jeez. Okay. The time is 3:15 p.m., and it's Wednesday. 3:15 here near Memphis, as of right now, Mrs. Pauly. No sign of your daughter. A few moments ago, I crossed over into Tennessee and came up on an off-ramp here. Not 100% sure if this is where she left the highway, but assuming that big dog of hers needs to eat, which often seems to be the case, there might be a store or something nearby. Before I lost her, it had been a while since the dog ate or since they made any stops at all. They'll need gas, too, soon, so I'm going to cruise around the area here and see if I get lucky. Pankey, out. And... send? How do I... God... There we go. Sent. Pankey, out? Really? Get it together, you imbecile. This ain't Mission Impossible. And also, how about getting a watch, you amateur? Or, I don't know, use the clock on the phone you just recorded on? You muck. More like Mission Ridiculous.
Happy Medium. The Adventures of Melancholy Helen Polly, written and directed by Jay Hazen.
So there might be something to this theory of yours.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's merely a hypothetical. What if? You said you found me, Gunter, near the scene of these car crashes?
Right. It was awful. Single car accident, right into a tree. Kind of a ways off the highway into these thick woods. The car had been on fire, and the fire department was there for half an hour. Well, before I drove by and saw it and became curious.
Curious?
Yeah, curious and resigned. I felt the death, and I knew it was likely a waste of time to try and outrun the spirit, the ghost of the driver.
Exactly. The ghost of the driver. Yes, the answer is there. What else did you see besides me and the wreck, I mean? Are you...
What? Oh, this? Yeah.
Packing a bow, then?
It helps.
Whatever the answers are you'll need to get them fast. When she starts smoking weed, us daddies start to recede.
Ah, so she's not simply ignoring you. This whole excursion, I thought...
She was just spacing out?
More or less.
No, she's simply gone for a ride on the Pineapple Express. And daddies, specifically murdered ones, aren't ticketed passengers.
Right.
No offense, but today has been a lot. I'm super stimulated, and I'd like to avoid a meltdown.
I support this plan.
Sure, absolutely understand. But if my theory is correct, I was, in fact, not murdered. I was merely the victim of my own poor driving.
That isn't how it works, sweetie. Not with our Helen.
Yes, right. She only experiences those who've been bumped off. But perhaps in this case, there may be an exception?
Nope.
It may be someone forced you off the road, or cut your brake lines.
Ooh, like a mob hit.
It could have been something even more diabolical. But no, you wouldn't have been drawn to Helen if it was a simple crash.
Hang on. You were murdered?
I had to have been, sadly. Shocking, I know. I am probably the most delightful queen you'll ever meet.
Well, of course you are.
Thank you.
But by whom? How?
We don't know.
Dee Dee isn't ready to investigate it just yet.
I'd rather experience the wandering life with Helen for a while before I have to address all that.
I see. Well, my word, this is absolutely perplexing, isn't it?
Mystifying.
Yes. So, as I was asking...
Oh, right. Yeah, so it was a bit weird. Despite the car being a totally burned out husk and its passenger being, well,
barbecue?
Thanks. Yes, he was. There was no hope for him. Despite all of the destruction, as I pulled close, I could hear that the stereo was still playing.
Really?
Yes. And, okay, well, I don't want to be insensitive, but put me in a good mood.
Oh, was there music playing? Talk radio? News or something?
Music. The best music. My favorite band, actually. And one of my favorite songs.
That's wild. What are the chances?
Believe me, in my world, there really aren't coincidences. Well, plenty of surprises, sure, but I've given up on seeing chance and coincidence in life and focused more on the patterns, on form.
Oh.
It helps.
And so?
And so?
I think we're starting to fade out.
Helen, stay with me for just a moment more. Who was the band? What was the song? This is absolutely critical.
Oh, yes, it was so bizarre, too. Because there was an EMT nearby, near the wreck, you know? And...
Who was the...
Well, and he had an app on his phone open. You know, one of those apps that listens for a few seconds and then tells you what song's playing?
Yes, a bit morbid. Dead person in a burned-out car, ambulance technician likes the bloody song, but yes.
Anyway, yeah. All he had to do was ask me and I would have told him what song was playing. Fucking weirdo.
Good God, woman!
It was Depeche Mode, obviously.
Ha!
I love them.
The song was Behind the Wheel.
Right!
Yeah. Great song. And yes, you are the ghost of the poor driver of that car. Oh, it's clear to me. Okay, now that I'm calming down some, I see the design and the whole scenario. That said, I don't know exactly how you've come to haunt this dog, nor how you had to relearn some things, like reading, nor what the dog thinks about being possessed by an Englishman. Gunter? Dee Dee? What? Ghost lady? Yes. Quiet. Thank you, Miss Jane. No offense, I know you guys can still hear me. Okay, boy. We'll be in this parking lot for a while. Get comfy. Quiet. And Gillian Flynn. Fucking heaven.
Afternoon. Reservation?
No. Any rooms?
Got 2 available. Both doubles, both smoking.
Fine.
Driver license and a form of payment?
Debit okay?
Mm-hmm. Just for one night?
Yes. Do you allow pets?
Yes, ma'am. In the smoking rooms, we sure do. Dogs and cats only. No reptiles or exotic things, and we just ask you to keep them off the beds and take them outside for the bathroom. You would not believe
Is this gonna take long? I've been driving for hours.
No, ma'am. I almost got her. Sorry.
It's fine.
These computers are a bit dated.
I haven't seen an AST since I was in college.
She's still kicking. Barely. Like kicking with a busted foot. I'ma charge $51 to your debit.
Fine.
Here's your license and card back. And here's your key card. Room 212. Now go on back out. Make a left at the breezeway. And you'll see a staircase.
Fine, I can figure it out.
Well, all right then. You have yourself a real pleasant...
Bless her heart.
If you're so tired from driving for hours, why you using up energy being a heifer?
I know, right?
Some people's children.
I'm done down here. You want me to hit the hallway upstairs?
We need to make sure the pool empty first and lock that up for the day. Then after that, you can go on home. You can vacuum up there tomorrow.
What's that playing?
Ah, you know me. I love me some old school blues.
Well, all right then. You have a good rest of the day, Mr. Jensen.
You know I will.
Old school blues. Not everybody loves that stuff, old man. Need a little rock and roll in here once in a while. Some winger, maybe, or a white snake. Hey, sweetie.
Hi, Auntie Donna.
You still in here? Woo.
Yeah, just finishing up. What?
How much chlorine did you use, Emily?
I don't know. The amount it says on those instructions in the storeroom.
Well, this is a good way to kill yourself.
But
Emily, do I need to remind you of the lady who died in here?
No, I know.
She passed out and drowned because of them fumes. There ain't no windows to open, so you gotta turn on the fans and only use a little bit.
But the instructions say that
I know what they say, darling. There's just too much for this here pool.
Well, my throat does burn a little.
Come on out of here. We'll just leave this door open and let it air out. Bring that keep out sign with you.
Okay. I'm sorry, Auntie.
It's all right. I'm more concerned about your health than I am about making sure every single little germ in that water's killed.
Yes, ma'am.
I say, if you got a weak immune system, you ain't got no business swimming in a hotel pool. You're just asking for the C. diff.
Right.
Come on upstairs with me. You can help me put this here away and we'll close this up later. Let it air out. Go ahead and cut off the lights.
All right, then. What's the C. diff?
No, sir, I'm sorry. We don't deliver. Absolutely, we have lamb. We have everything. Now that's rude, sir. And disgusting, really. We don't have long pig. Who is this? Cody, is that you? Oh my God, quit fooling around. Ain't you at work? And they let security guards just talk on their phones anytime they want to? I hope your boss drives by and sees you not doing your job and fires your ass.
Who's that, Cody?
Yeah, it's Cody. Supposed to be doing security at the bank, and instead he's prank calling me. I'm talking to Steve.
Tell him we need to get the rods out and go fishing soon. Tell him I'll bring the paps.
Hey, Cody. Know what Steve said? He said, get back to work, you jack donkey.
Hey, now, careful with that. Regular phones ain't cheap anymore. That one there cost me $26 after I had to replace the last one you busted.
Call the legal team. We're gonna have to file for bankruptcy.
What's got into you, Lucy? Why'd you hang up on your brother like that?
You really want to know? I think I just plumb had enough of men acting foolish today. Next guy that says something lame, I think I'll punch right in the throat.
Whoa, hold up.
And hang him up in the freezer.
That was a bit dark. No need to talk ugly, Lucy. Obviously, you're upset. Maybe you ought to call it a day. I can close up.
Maybe I should. I need to know something before I go, Steve.
Here it comes.
When that lady and her dog was in here, why'd you sit there and act like the Harper situation wasn't as big of a train wreck as it was?
'Cause it wasn't a train wreck, Lucy.
It was a total fiasco. It was almost a bunny boiler situation.
No, it wasn't. And also, it wasn't none of that lady's business. Why you bringing up old stuff anyhow? Our meet and Harper's drowning was over a year ago. Some stranger comes in here and all of a sudden she's your bestie? Listen, whatever Harper was or whatever you think she wasn't no stalker.
Whatever I think she was.
You didn't even know her.
I knew enough. When a person pops up and ambushes another person, and not randomly, Mind you, on repeated occasions over several months.
Ambushes.
What would you call it? She wasn't just saying hi and passing at church or at the post office. She would literally walk up to you and start a full-blown conversation every fucking time.
Totally harmless conversations.
Are you married, Steve? Where'd you go to school, Steve? I love your mullet, Steve. These are not harmless conversations. These are prying and invasive conversations. Conversations meant for...
Maybe she had a little crush. Okay, I thought it was kind of cute. A compliment in a way, really.
A little crush. No, what Harper had was an unmitigated obsession, Steve. Like a groupie hopped up on... And that's nasty. She was like 19 years old.
What am I, so ancient and hideous a grown woman should be thoroughly revolted by the sight of me? You dated me.
And as soon as I turned 25, you were done.
That ain't had nothing to do with
Guess
it.
I got too old for you, Steve. Used up.
That wasn't it, Lucy, and you know it.
Well, remind me. Why did you stop wanting to date?
I really don't want to get into this. I really just want to tidy up and get the shop closed.
No. It won't take long. Please, I'd like you to remind me why I wasn't good enough for you. Why, Steve, after all the amazing times we had, did you just decide that was that and it was time to move on? It's okay, Steve. I won't get mad. I'm listening.
Because, and you can't get upset and hang me up in the freezer. Because we've had this conversation before, and you said you wouldn't, but you...
Go on.
You got hostile. Scary hostile. And I'm suffocating. Hi, welcome to Cleaver Steve's. We're just fixing to close. What the hell?
Did the door just...
Yeah, it did. Unless I'm seeing things.
Maybe it was a breeze or something.
It ain't even windy outside.
Something opened it.
Maybe somebody opened it and changed their mind, or kids messing about or something.
We'd have seen them. It's broad daylight.
Well, then I got no clue.
Me neither. Steve.
Yeah?
I think maybe I ought to start looking for different work.
No.
All this arguing we do, it stresses me out. And now I'm learning that I'm hostile.
Lucy.
I don't know. There ain't many jobs around here these days, and I thought I could set aside my feelings, but I'm finding it harder and harder to do. I'll be here tomorrow, but yeah, I think I'm gonna start looking for something else.
Why don't you go home and sleep on it? Today was just a fluke, you know? That lady come in and started inquiring about the drowning and whatnot. The two of us are just a little edgy is all.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all it is. You'll see. Tomorrow will be a better day.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Is she asleep?
I think she's meditating. Or something.
She is practicing mindfulness. Her way of returning to, well, at least some semblance of homeostasis. If you're able to, try and imagine hearing and processing not only the outright cacophony of the real world, but the onslaught of the absolute din of the supernatural plane as well. Veritable generations of spirits, forlorn and wandering the world. For anyone, I would imagine it to verge on the precipice of madness.
Oh.
She's likely to be the strongest woman you will ever meet.
No question.
The main reason I don't want to find out what happened to my mortal self is I just don't want to leave her. Meeting Helen has changed my life.
You are a living spirit, Dee Dee, so yes, saying she changed your life is apropos, certainly. It's never too late to change, I think.
I'd rather move on. I've been roaming around Memphis, not able to communicate, not able to rest. I don't know who I am, where I'm from.
Oh, it'll come, sweetie. Give it time.
And what if I find out nobody murdered me? That it was just my dumb luck? That I'm just stuck? Just in limbo?
I would be willing to wager that the means by which you were, dispatched were intentional.
I am learning that that is likely to be the case.
Who would do that?
That's easy. Some asshole.
Not to fear. We will help you. This was no accident meeting you near the slip road back there. We've helped others. Strike that. We have helped Helen help others. Now, my dear, it is your turn.
The spotlight is on you, honey. It's your chance to advance.
For instance, we believe we've discovered your name, Helen and I.
Oh my goodness. Should I sit down?
It is recommended, yes.
Okay. Oh, I'm so nervous.
She's really not managing this well, is she?
She just passed through the bleeding floor.
She did. Rookie mistake. Let's just hope she didn't phase down into the upper mantle. That can be really confusing for the inexperienced. Sweetie, are you under there? Under the bus, hopefully?
I do believe she's out of earshot.
Wet? Lady? I suppose I'll have to go get her.
Indeed.
Fine. We have our work cut out for us with this one, Gunter.
Truer words have not been so much as uttered.
This queen is about to go down, and not in a fun way.
Pity. Why she felt the need to take a deep breath like that is a mystery, what with not having any working lungs. Force of habit, most likely. An echo of her humanity, or a need to hold on to what's left of it. Helen, are you back with us yet? That didn't take long.
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. That was so scary. It was pitch black.
You're okay. You're okay. You didn't fall far, thank goodness. Just 20 feet or so, down into the crust.
Oh, that gave me such a fright. Thank you for coming for me, Dee Dee. I don't understand what happened. I've never had a problem with just sitting down.
Your focus was completely zeroed in on what Gunter was going to tell you, and not on the physical surface with which your behind was about to connect.
My name, Gunter.
Yes, of course. I thought you'd never ask. Harper.
Harper.
Let's not collapse into the chair just yet.
Yes, Harper. I'm Harper. Harper Green. I grew up in Dixonville, went to school in Mellington. Oh my gosh, it's all just coming in a rush. My stepdaddy and my mama were David and Jenny. I was an only child. I used to play under this big old juniper in the backyard.
Easy. Don't let it overwhelm you. Just let the information in a little at a time. Otherwise, you'll put yourself in a state of shock.
Okay. Well, okay. Little by little. Thank you, Gunter.
My pleasure. And before you ask, no, I do not know my name. Not yet. Nor does Dee Dee. Those mysteries have yet to be deciphered.
Oh.
In my case, Helen simply thought I was a smarter-than-average dog, until today. And Dee Dee?
I came with the bus.
Right.
The next time we make it back east, Helen and I will find the asshole who took it upon himself to deprive the world of one of the most bewitching queens who ever lived.
You are quite lovely, Dee Dee.
And now, Harper, we can be best of friends.
What does that mean?
What's that, love?
Dee Dee. Your nickname?
I hated it at first, but it makes sense, and it grew on me. It stands for Dead Drag Queen.
Oh my. Wait, but...
The Q is silent.
Got it.
Well, we couldn't very well call her DDQ, as it stands for dichlorodycyanobenzoquinone, which is a chemical compound used primarily as an oxidizing agent in various chemical reactions, and I haven't the foggiest idea how I know that.
Oh.
I have questions now.
All right.
Shoot.
First of all, where were you earlier?
I decided to be nosy, and so I slipped into Cleaver Steve to see if I could learn anything. You know, untoward. The two in there apparently knew you when you were alive, and I had hoped I could glean something, anything, that might explain things further.
And did ya?
That's a conversation I need to have with Helen when she can hear us again. But let me just say, drama!
Ooh, can't wait.
What else, dear?
How does she do it? How does Helen hear us? Or see us?
She's got a gift. Or a curse, the way she tells it. She's had it since childhood.
She is a medium. A real one. None of this nonsense you see on the telly, picking out people in an audience and asking them questions to form a convincing picture.
Over in this section, I'm fielding a loved one with the name starting with J.
Exactly. She can't see the future, and she can't talk to all the dead, nor see all of them.
Usually the ones who died by another's hand. But there are some spirits who can communicate with her or harass her, the jerks. But these ones are darker and more rare.
Likely demons, or those who are just plain devils in real life and cannot move on as they know very well where they're headed and are trying to stall.
Ugh, sounds stressful.
Ergo, the leafy assistance.
She hasn't shared with us how long she's been using marijuana, but I have a feeling it was something she discovered in her youth, out of sheer desperation.
Right. And the spirit world isn't the only thing that has been an area of distress for our Helen.
Oh?
She has a mother who has not been the most positive influence.
She's an absolute bitch, her mother.
Yes, to put it mildly. Thank you, Gunter.
An utter cunt. Sorry.
Gunter is a dog too, remember? Quite protective of his mistress.
I see that. How does that work, Gunter?
You mean, how am I in control of this massive old English?
Yeah. Where's the dog? Does he approve?
Oh, indeed he does. I don't know if I can sufficiently put it into words.
No, I have faith.
How the dog and I work together. It's a quid pro quo arrangement, really. The dog does dog things, eating, barking, toilet,
Okay.
naps, etc., etc. But he also hands over the controls, if you will, and sits back as co-pilot when I need him to. He's quite generous in that way. My only frustration is that I cannot leave him. I cannot separate my spirit from him. Lord knows I've tried. I don't understand this aspect of my occupancy of his body. Perhaps, if I'm successful, I'll be in some sort of purgatory or lost in some other dimension. I don't know. Suffice to say, I am content. We are content with the arrangement, and we seem to be getting on splendidly. I only wish his previous owner hadn't had him neutered, for God's sake. Damn it. I'm a man after all, and there are still needs.
Moving on. And how would you even know?
There's licking. He does tend to lick.
Okay, heard enough.
Oh, are you with us now, love?
I've been back with you since Dee Dee said she was in the butcher shop.
It was enlightening.
What did you hear?
Those two? My. They had a bit of a dispute about our new friend here, for starters.
Lucy struck me as the jealous type, that's for sure. Steve downplayed it a bit.
Oh, it's deeper than that. She's not just Cleaver Steve's meat clerk. Turns out they had a relationship. A tumultuous one, from the sound of it.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. And Steve called it quits because she was, how did he put it? Hostile and suffocating.
Now, where does Harper enter the picture?
Jealousy.
Yes. Lucy said Harper was quite the accomplished stalker.
Me?
And that she tended to approach Steve repeatedly to make all sorts of inquiries.
Harper, do you remember Steve? Or Lucy?
I mean, vaguely. I wasn't no stalker, though.
We'll get into that later.
I smell a motive.
Maybe. But Steve mentioned that he wasn't near the pool when the drowning happened. He was outside getting his tools. She was in the building, though.
Convenient.
Quite.
And there is a brother.
Harper has a brother?
The meat clerk. Security guard. He must live around here because Steve was asking about going fishing with him.
Well, we need to find...
Hello? Can I talk to you right quick?
Hi there.
We were just talking about you, weren't we, Dee Dee?
Uh-huh.
I'm just closing up the store. Wanted to let you all know that unfortunately, you can't stay parked here overnight. The police are liable to come and give you a ticket.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the heads up.
I love the rig. Nice and cozy. Can I hop aboard and check her out?
Oh, we don't do private tours, I'm afraid. This is a private residence.
Oh, come on now. Just a quick peek. Oh, and second thought, I better head on out. Got a game to watch. The Redbirds are playing tonight.
Awesome.
Just make sure you go ahead and move on. There's a Walmart not far down
We'll be staying at the hotel.
All the same, I'd appreciate it. Good afternoon. Enjoy them victuals there, boy.
Gunter.
Gunter. Hope you like them scraps. Y'all have a good rest of your trip.
Thanks.
That was Steve.
Starting to remember him?
Mostly, I do.
To hear them say it, you were fixated on him. Not easy to forget an obsession like that.
It wasn't like that. It wasn't a crush.
What was it? Why were you always popping up in random places where Steve always happened to be?
Uh-oh. Is that who I think it is?
Where? Who?
Up the road there, coming towards us like a squat little rocket ship?
Shit. Fucking hanky-panky.
How in the world did he find us?
I would wager he inquired by way of a certain law enforcement officer.
Deputy Howser. He knew where we were going.
Oh no, there's a train coming.
Is that the only road to the hotel?
I think so.
Fuck, I got this.
This is not safe.
You're already dead.
I have you in my sights now, Miss Polly. I knew I'd find you. Ha! Too easy.
See, you're no idiot. You're a brilliant detective of the highest order, Henry Pankey, Private Eye.
What? No. Why does the South have train tracks everywhere? Yeah. Damn it.
Happy Medium is a production of JHP Fiction. It stars Lynne Hazen as Helen Polly, John Kennard as a certain large dog, and Jay Hazen as Dee Dee, Cleaver Steve, and Pankey. This episode also featured the voices of Kristina Molina as Lucy, Janna Fletcher as Donna, and a rather impatient hotel guest, Stephanie Kirves as Harper, James as Mr. Jensen, and Tillie Murray as Emily. You can support this story by rating, reviewing, and subscribing at your favourite podcatcher or by visiting patreon.com/JHP Fiction. For more about Happy Medium or other veteran-created indie projects by JHP Fiction, visit jhpfiction.com without delay. Woof!